Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be doing a mid-month energy check-in. So this will be your middle of April monthly reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Now, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. I will not send you a personal message or direct message on any platform. So if you get a message from anybody anywhere that is not me, that's someone impersonating me, please do keep that in mind and please do not get scammed. I also do content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. Sagittarius, let's see what we have here for you. Now, less than 50% of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed, and so if you do watch my videos regularly, but you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here. We'll also take 1, 2, 3 of these Kipper cards to clarify as we go along. Make sure everything's in view, and then Sagittarius, we'll get right into it for you. All right. Energy on the bottom. You have the Page of Swords. All right, so the Page of Swords, this can bring disappointing news or news of delay into your life. Pages can always be seen as messengers, but the thing is, pages can also be seen as a way to connect with your inner child or your child self. And the flavor of this one would be around being somebody who communicates in different ways. Somebody who's maybe looking at cleaning up communication or figuring out the right way to say something or finding the right words at the right time. This can be somebody who's full of ideas and somebody who is potentially highly intelligent as well with the Page of Swords. And so it really depends on the way that you look at it. I do think some of you have been given disappointing news here at some point. Maybe it was in March, maybe it was before that. Could have started the month off as well. It depends. The timing's very hard to wrap down in these collective readings, but I do get the sense that some of you have had disappointing news, and you're now trying to figure out a way to move forward with this from here. And the reason I'm kind of feeling that primarily is because you have the Page of Swords here paired with this Death card in the current situation. Now, the thing about the Death card, you've probably heard my spiel before if you have watched my other videos, but this is less about death and dying, and this is more about transformation happening in your life. And so, if you are putting it together, Page of Swords, Death card, some of you may have received disappointing news. By the way, I'm not forecasting this. This is in your current situation. And so I'm either saying that you've already dealt with this in the past or it's something you're currently dealing with. I'm not forecasting this. But for me, it's less, you have to take all of the cards into consideration. And with the Page of Swords and this, some of you, not all of you, could have been dealt a challenging situation or some sort of disappointing news in your life. Now, the thing about this interesting interpretation of the card is that it does give me these as above, so below vibes. Like the way that we treat the ocean and we treat the earth affects everything, right? It affects everything. And it's like the reality is that you were not the same person prior to receiving this news or having this event happen. And so whatever that event looks like for you, you are a completely different person. You have gone from the caterpillar to the butterfly. You have transformed into something new. And this is kind of the energy that I'm feeling here on the board in whatever form it takes. Now, in the problem position, you have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is a card that talks about asking yourself what it is that you need. It's sort of like this energy of, you've come to the end of the road with something, and where do you need to go now? Where do you need to land now? There is more work ahead with the Ten of Wands. This can indicate a burden. Okay, it's in the problem position, but the Ten of Wands does say that you have so much knowledge, you have so much information that you have gained along your path, along your journey, that can help you as you move forward. And so I do feel like maybe some of you need to give yourself credit on how challenging, the past has been and how you've been able to sort of work through that. And I do think some of you need to realize that you have everything that you need to move forward, okay? As challenging as a burden this may be. I know it's not a great first 3 cards, but it is the energy that I'm feeling. Now, in the past, you do have the King of Pentacles here. So this is maybe around an earth sign. This could have been around a masculine in your life. Doesn't matter what gender they are, what sign they are, but just something to consider. Now, the King of Pentacles here, in more broadly, can talk about your desire to attain a high status in your career, climb the ladder, move up the ladder in your career. It can be somebody who's extremely successful, financially particularly, or in the material. Like you may have a while ago made a very smart investment. Maybe you purchased a home, maybe you made some type of smart investment here, and this has advanced you forward. But the other thing is, some of you here may have been stuck in a situation where you found yourself doing the same thing over and over and over again, and this news or this event or whatever happened here, as challenging as it may have been, could actually be a blessing in disguise, because it may have taken you out of a routine that felt like it was becoming a burden. Yeah. Now, in the future, you have the Five of Swords. So this is a card of defeat or loss, okay? And really the Five of Swords says that there's a totally recoverable situation that is happening. Yes, it's a loss, but it's not like the Ten of Swords. It is totally and completely recoverable. And so for some of you here, I get the sense that whatever's going on, I have to say, these first couple cards are very challenging. Whatever's going on is giving you an opportunity to grow and learn from something and build on your knowledge set, expand your knowledge set, expand the experiences that you have in your life. I do have to say that your staff looks very good. Now this cross is sort of like your sphere of influence, kind of like what's going on for you right now. The staff is the direction that you were headed, and so the future looks bright for you. Right now, it's like there's some challenges that you may just be dealing with here. And again, I think this is about gaining some sort of insight, gaining some sort of insight for you in your life, as challenging as this present situation you find yourself in may be. Now, in your conscious awareness, on your thoughts or on your mind, you do have the Four of Wands. The thing is, you do have some type of firm foundation, okay? At the end of the day, you have something to fall back on. This could be a loving family, this could be a good job, this could be a savings, this could be a nice home environment, a community that you're a part of. The Four of Wands says that there is a pillar here of stability that is holding you up, that is keeping you going forward. This is actually a good card of marriage. As you can see, the couple here enjoying a picnic or whatever it is that they're doing, enjoying the full moon. And, for some of you here, some of you have like a very strong marriage that maybe really helps you, or you have a very strong partnership with somebody else, or you have a very strong family, or there's something here that is keeping you going. There's something here that's keeping you going. And I'd love to see that for you, because there are some challenges being presented here. Now, in the subconscious, the lower row, what is hidden or what you can't see, you do have the Six of Cups. It's this past event, okay? The Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It is a card of something from the past. It can bring up messages around an ex relationship. It can bring about somebody like a friendship or a family member or someone from the past. The thing is, some of you may have been receiving dreams about what happened here. And I get the sense that these dreams have an important message for you. They hold an important message for you. They hold some type of key of information for you, and or key information. I do think some of you are getting you're retrieving some insights about the past at this time. And it's almost like there's this energy of processing right now, where you're trying to figure out how to process something. In the future, in the direction that you're headed, the staff. In your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the star. Amazing. So the star is the light at the end of the tunnel. The star is healing. It's recovery. It is hope and optimism for the future. If you've been dealing with an injury or illness, or if you've been dealing with a really challenging situation, which it looks like some of you are, the star brings hope and optimism, healing to that situation. It says that things are turning around for you. This is a card of also wishes being granted. Okay, if you've thrown a wish out to the universe, this can come into you at this time. The star is an incredibly positive card, one of my favorite cards to see in a tarot reading, especially one like this, where you get like a death card or a tower card or a devil or the 10 of swords. The star comes in and says, don't worry, have no fear, Sagittarius. Things are going to be looking up here. And it's in the staff, which again is your future. It is the direction that you are headed. So it's a very good sign to see the star. In your external influence, you have the Justice card. Okay, this could be around a legal situation. The law could be involved in some ways. This could also be involving a Libra. You could maybe have a Libra placement or something like that. But really what the Justice card says is there's a sort of natural equilibrium within the universe. At the end of the day, you will get the outcome you deserve. All parties will get the outcome they deserve. And justice ultimately here in this case is on your side because it's coming in through the external influence, okay? And there is a good amount of karma here that is showing up in the external when you get the Justice card. Now remember, externals around you, it's something that you can't control. The external is just happening, right? You are influencing here with this star energy in the first card. External influence is happening around you. And so you have karma, you have good justice here coming in the external. In your hopes and fears, you have the Chariot. You're really hoping to move forward, hoping to be able to get in your car, get in your chariot, get in whatever, and drive ahead and move forward. The thing is, what's really interesting is the Chariot represents overcoming external obstacles. And you're looking to move past the challenges here that have been shown on the cards in this first cross area here. And you're hoping to find a way to do that. But Sagittarius, as is always the case, the answer is already within you. You have the ability to do this. You already know how to get in your chariot. You already know how to overcome these obstacles. It's a matter of doing it, and it's a matter of trusting yourself and believing yourself and moving forward from here. In the outcome, you have the Four of Swords, healing. You have two major cards of healing here with the Four of Swords and the Star. In fact, it's hard to find a bigger combination of healing, maybe the Temperance card, but of healing than these two energies. Okay, so what I love here is we see a challenge coming in, which I don't love, but what I love is that we see healing here in the staff as the outcome and in your future from this challenge that's being presented here on the cards. The Four of Swords says there's been a heartbreak in the past that you are now looking to move past, that you are looking to heal, and you are looking to move forward from. Okay, and so again, I think something's going on. I'm not forecasting danger or forecasting disappointment. I'm saying many of you are dealing with this, and I am forecasting that you're healing from this situation. Let's go ahead and get these clarifications here. See what these three clarifiers are. Wow. Okay. So you have the Ten of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. That's 3 tens and the Death card. Incredible. And the reason being is tens in the tarot represent completions, endings, cycles, closing out. The Death card represents a change. It can also represent an ending. And many of you have had a very, very big, a very, very real ending of a situation in your life. This could be involving a family here. You have two major cards of family, as you can see with the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the family gathering around, the family gathering around. The thing is, these are all really good energies. The Ten of Pentacles can obviously talk about, inheritances, money being passed through generations. It can indicate empires being formed, built, and strengthened. The Ten of Cups is like pure bliss. It is euphoria. It is total happiness and really good family energy. The Two of Wands says that there's been a fork in the road and you've now had to sort of decide between paths here. There's been something maybe involving your family, and I think some of you, this may have even led some of you to come to the realization that if you don't have a family, you would like to start one in the future. Something along those lines. Okay, you do. Let's go ahead and see what these Kipper cards are. You have Judication, Message of Concern, and Unexpected Income. The Message of Concern card, it's like this Page of Swords energy. It's almost identical. The Judication card is something involving a legal situation. It's possible that some of you are executors of an estate or of a will. And I do think that there has been some sort of gift of cash or some sort of money that has come in as a result of this change, for good or for bad. But there is something here involving a bonus, a payout, a gift, something like that here for some of you. So some of you just maybe even involved in a challenging legal situation. So challenging message, but it's the message that has come through to me. And so thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next reading.